Hi everybody, welcome to our channel, the Ferlet Way, where we talk about family, faith, and freedom in the outdoors. We are so happy that you were along for the journey. Today we're going to be talking about something that has just been such an inspiration to me and something that's been more of like a revelation. And so let's dive in. For a long time, I thought my talents would grow into something completely different, like something bigger or newer or something unexpected. But lately I kind of realized that God is using something in me that has been with me all along. So that's super special for me to share because transparently, it's something that a lot of people made fun of me for in school. It was something that definitely people used as like fuel for their fire, bullies specifically. And I've always loved writing, and writing has always been something that it was just like a place where I could process and reflect and put words that was happening in my heart and put them on paper. But I kind of got away from like writing where I shared it with other people, like I just journaled throughout my life, and I just kind of did it for myself and did a lot of like journaling in my Bible and a lot of like personal writings, nothing that I really shared with the community, just because of honestly criticism and fear, and out of just pure like, well, nobody really wants to hear what I have to write, you know? And you know, I kept thinking that my calling was gonna look different, but sometimes God uses the gifts that He already placed in us to just share with others. And I really feel like that's where He's taking us. That's why He's taking us into this season. There's like several reasons why, but I'm gonna write about it. And I've already been writing about our journey so far. That way, whenever the holidays come, hopefully publishing is fully done and ready. I already picked a cover, and I'm super excited to share it with the world. And obviously my nerves are there, but I'm also resting in the fact that I know that the Lord is going to move through this. So I don't really care what people think, whether they like it, whether they don't, whether they read it, whether they don't, I don't care. I just truly want to put our story out into the world and what God is doing in our lives, so that way maybe it could transform someone else's life. Like, I don't know how He's going to use my story in someone else's story, and that's the beautiful part of it. That is the coolest part of it. So I am really inspired by starting this journey of writing this book and getting the outline ready and picking the cover and figuring out publishing it. Like, it's all like a growth season that I'm excited to step into. It's all very new, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm excited for the Lord to be my portion through that and to carry me through something and give me the strength to move forward and to grow in capacities that I never thought possible. So I'm so excited for that. And this book feels like one of those moments where I can look back and see that He was preparing something long before I ever understood it. So like little fourth grade me winning a writing award, like that was a purpose for what God was doing in His kingdom. So I'm excited to see where He takes that, because like little me is like screaming on the inside and cheering me on. So that's something really cool. And it isn't just about me writing my story. It's about telling the story of what God has done. Like, yeah, it's my story, but like, this is how He met us, led us, shaped us, and stayed faithful in every season. And some chapters are beautiful, some are stretching, some are uncertain. Yeah, but every part matters. Every part matters to the story that God is creating, to what He is writing in our lives and in other people's lives. So, gosh, I'm just so excited. Writing this is reminding me that God is always writing something, guys. He's always writing something deeper than what we can see in the moment. We always think that we know exactly what we're looking at until sometimes it's not in front of our faces anymore, and we're like, oh my gosh, and it's like it sits in. It always takes time for it to sit in, and I think that's kind of what this is for me. Like, I've always seen like my strength here, and like my I don't know how to explain it. My just what the Lord does through me, and sometimes the thing that you've always been good at is the very thing that He wants you to use for His glory. So I'm excited to see where He takes this. And I'm excited to share my story with you guys, not just on this channel, but in my book. And I'm learning that calling doesn't always arrive as something unfamiliar. Sometimes it feels like something you've carried quietly for years. And that's what this is for me. It's something that I carried quietly with myself, something that I enjoyed, something that I didn't even really share, like, with really anybody except for my husband. He gets letters from me, and I've written for him, and like I give him notes, and he knows that I journal. But other than that, like, I don't really share this part of myself. So I'm excited to be vulnerable in that way and share this part of myself that I've been letting the enemy tell me that I'm not good enough about. And I'm going to share it and go in faith and see what the Lord does with it in other people's lives, because this isn't about me. This isn't about me. Yeah, so we're sharing our story, but even more than that, sharing the story that He is still writing, because He's still writing something crazy that we don't even know, y'all. Like, every person in the Bible, their story was written. The Lord wrote it before it was ever written. So what makes you any less significant? He's writing your story. You are significant to what He's doing. So remember that. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching the Ferlet Way. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more content like this.